Hello, 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 welcome back to the stream. So, like I mentioned, I have to go into low activity for a bit. I mentioned this on the Discord because life be busy for a bit. But that won't stop me from getting at least a stream in every week. And tonight it is once again Octopath. So, I was initially thinking I would just basically grind for the duration of this stream. But then I realized, wow, that would not be entertaining to watch. So, tell you what, I'm gonna have a crack at the Endgame and see how far I can get to it. Last time, I somehow fooled myself into thinking it was 32 bosses in a row, when it's actually 8 bosses in a row. That is still a lot, but it is not as ridiculous as I thought. And of course, 8 bosses plus a final boss. These characters, I think, are all ready to some degree. The problem is my B party might not be. Let's see. So my finest 2 characters here are Alberic and Cyrus. So they should probably be in separate parties, as much as that hurts. Yeah, you can definitely see some of these aren't exactly the best. Alright, let's put Hanet in charge. You know, she was the protagonist I started with initially, and then I regretted it quite a bit because of the weird, fake old English accent that made me unable to take it seriously for most of the time. You know, I wish I could easily, like, swap this whole team instead of having to manually do it. So I wonder, should I practice a bit more with this team before we... Yeah, let's make sure at least Elfin and Primrose are up to level 60. And then we'll see wherever Tressa is at that point. Just get a few extra levels in, you know? Of course, we're taking Cyrus because he is our babysitter. Now, as for jobs, I don't really know what to put on who. I guess I would take a secondary role dancer, but we already have a dancer in the party. Yeah, let's not overthink it. Let's just give them something. Also, okay, we'll do this because it's adorable. Ah yes, now Alvin gets to have the sword that always misses. Alright, so... very short grinding session. Promise I won't make it too long. No, the music in this game is so good. You could just hear me fall silent, and it's totally not weird or awkward. It's just me listening to the beautiful music.
All right.
Okay.
I'm ready. May the sacred flame shine forth.
I kinda wish Cyrus would just go first every time so we could kick the enemies out of the battle immediately.
Ignis Arden. You should have studied harder.
You should have studied harder. I like how I ping-pong back and forth from, okay, we're gonna grind, okay, we're not gonna grind, okay, we're going to grind a little bit. That's what I love about me. Always so non-committal. Anyway, this area is the best to grind. So let's just make sure those two characters are up to level 60. That's all I want. And we'll see wherever Tressa lands at that point.
Want a tango, huh? Bring it on! Level slash!
What to do?
I didn't actually teach her any good hunting skills, did I? It's a good thing the battle is now over.
Not bad. A passing.
Very good. A passing grade. Now that I'm officially a teacher, I very much relate to Cyrus. So I can also be smug to students. Not really.
Ready or not, here I come!
All right. Tenova over.
I do never get tired of the visual effects though. Okay, getting there. Also, I don't know if this is the right class for Elfin. He's barely doing any damage. I'm very, very worried about the B team.
Want a tango, huh?
My
What's this? All right. Tight wrist to there. Not bad. A passing.
Yeah, this won't take very long, fortunately. Although, yeah, I don't think level 60 might be far too low to make this work. I guess we'll find out. Yeah, someone in the B team needs to be Scholar for magic.
I've done my research on you.
Because if we can't exploit magical weaknesses, we're going to die early and painfully.
I'm ready. Bring about a miracle of healing.
Thus ends your lesson.
So close on Alvin and Tressa. I will need to think carefully about which passive or support abilities, or skills rather, I take with me.
I've done my research on you.
Here we go.
Yeah, that's... aside from, you know, eventually breaking the enemies, the damage on that is almost useless.
Lux Conjurer.
I am ready.
All right.
I am ready.
Now, what next?
Let's do this.
Whoops.
Ignis Ardent.
Here goes nothing. Pick your poison.
It can't be poisoned.
I am ready.
What's up with everyone's accuracy right now? That was the wrong spell.
Let's do this.
And what is up with me picking the wrong weapons?
My turn now.
All right. Ha, try again.
Okay, that took a bit longer than I would have hoped, but... I may have to look into a way to boost Primrose's elemental abilities if she's going to be our spellcaster and not Tressa. In which case, what is Tressa gonna be?
For business.
I am ready.
Bring it on.
Okay, but now we get to do the big magic spell again.
Not bad. A passing.
I am unhappy with how rare the Kates are. They are apparently quite common here compared to other areas, but I still rarely run into them. I feel cheated.
May I?
It would have been kind of funny if one appeared right there, but I guess not. See, this is what we like when our man, our boy Cyrus gets to go first. Resolves things so easily.
Thus ends your lesson.
But yeah, after we get these characters to the level I want, I'll have to have a long, hard look at what their roles are in the party. And make the B team at least somewhat decent.
They are understands. I am ready.
Bring it on. That'll do her.
Now,
We have once again run out of stuff.
Let's do this. The winds of fortune are howling.
you should have studied harder.
Okay, there we go. I guess we can also push Dressa up to 55. After all, it's gonna be a practice run. And I will only be a little bit sad when it ends prematurely. Instead of extremely sad and salty. Like, I'm going in there not expecting to win. It's just for me to gather information regarding exactly which of the 8 bosses, which of the bosses are those 8 bosses, and if we can get to it, the final boss.
Ready or not, here I come.
What's this?
Fitness Ardere. You should have studied harder.
Alright, let's have a careful look at each of these. In fact, let's make sure we have the B team all out here so we can contrast and compare. I have a lot of money, by the way. So, Alberic is the one who is supposed to lead this party. Now, what I need to do is have a look at the stats of each of these guys if I give them the Scholar role. Who has the highest magic attack? That's what I need to figure out here. Okay, 334. 334. 236. 287. Right, so if we're going on the offensive, and I do feel that damaging enemies quickly and a lot is critical to get through. But that'll take it away from Ophelia, darn. This is so complicated. Now, they have... Look, this party needs a scholar. That's the simple fact. This party needs a scholar. They already have the sorcerer. It's only fair. Ophelia will have to find a different role for herself. Now the question is, who should be the healer then? Elfin is already kind of a healer, and I actually liked to double Ophelia as an apothecary. So I guess the reverse works as well. Which leaves us with Tressa. What should Tressa be then? I genuinely don't really know what to do with her. Like, she's very much a support character, maybe dancer? But this party already has a dancer, so what's the point of that? It's a test run, we're just gonna see how it goes. Plus, we want to see Tressa do the silly dances. Okay, basically everyone should have patience, right? So let's backtrack a bit. And make sure everyone knows patience. Yeah, I will probably not let her do too many direct physical attacks since she's our magical attacker. But that also means maybe she should have other passives? I don't know. Yeah, this is no longer useful. Alright, back to Scholar with you. This is very complicated. Oh, we don't actually have enough for him to learn patience. Ah, well. Nobody cares about Elfin anyway. Wow. Wow in response to what? To me not having enough points? Okay, on this episode, Elfin becomes religious. Nobody cares about Elfin. Okay, maybe that's not true. He seems like a nice guy, even if he uses the phrase shucks inappropriately. Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out how my B team should be set up. Because I think we all know this is not gonna be good enough to get through the end, but I want them to at least be able to put up a fight. I also need to think carefully about the equipment of these people. The accessories are not automatically changed, I believe. Suppose for the warrior who also tanks a lot of hits, these are good items to have. But then again, the mighty belt does extra damage. Very empowered right now. You're not gonna believe how empowered she is. Alright, that's the B team all settle up as far as I'm concerned. And ready to be put to bed while the A team does the real work. Yeah, I wanted Ulberic as the War Master and Cyrus as the Sorcerer on the same team, but I realized that's a bit too much power in one group. So this is the setup for the B team. Ulberic as the War Master. Primrose as the Scholar because she has the highest base magic attack. Tressa as the Dancer because she's cute but we have no idea how she can actually contribute. And Elfin as the Cleric because he's already a healer, so... Oh yeah, Clive, I might actually want some strategic advice from you. So, I've given away some of the more powerful secondary jobs to the B team because there's no way they're gonna survive without. So we still have here our Rune Lord and Sorcerer. But I don't know which extra jobs these two guys should occupy that would make them more useful in the battles. Like, out of the jobs that are still available, which would you assign to these two? I'm interested in your thoughts on that. I had him as a merchant for a long time, because that gave him the ability to steal money and items in one go. But otherwise, the... I mean, I always kind of used him as a support character. You know, debuff enemies with the thief abilities, and then buff our guys with the merchant abilities. I mean, in terms of magical ability, this party is set, so maybe what we're missing is a bit of physical ability. Hunter is the strongest to take for just sheer power, sheer physical attack. So perhaps I should do that. But what does our dear friend Ophelia get to do? Right, warrior would raise HP a lot, though, and physical defense. At a small cost across the board, but a small cost to everything, which does add up. Okay, I've narrowed it down. Either he gets hunter or he gets warrior. What say you? As for her... no preference, I will say dividing your power before the gauntlet part will make it take much longer. Will there be an opportunity to reshuffle the parties throughout then? Because the way I saw it now is I enter the place, and from that point onward, Team A and Team B are locked in place. And that's how I've been planning this whole thing out. They're not locked, but you can't save. That's the thing. Okay, and can you change people's classes around still as well? I guess you can. There's really no reason why you couldn't. And that does change my thinking on the whole situation a bit. Okay, then this is now the A team. It's basically not even worth considering Team B until you know you can do the gauntlet. Fair enough, okay. That's good to know. Okay, I guess there's no point delaying then. Let's... everyone is all healed. Okay, let's just go in and die. Very cool, very foreboding. Very running in the wrong direction. Right, we're back in the ruins of Hornburg. Oh, right.
Is that so?
I don't know if that's so, but...
Indeed.
Is something the matter?
Oh, forgive me.
I feel like this cutscene probably should have been fully voiced, considering the implications, but sure. Cue in the emotional music.
What have we here? However, I think not. The Gate of Finis. I leave it to you.
Right, so she says stuff. And we are all very intimidated, of course. Okay, so... I went in here one time and beat one of the bosses, and it did take a while, but I did beat one, so... Probably should have figured out my equipment. Well, you can see Cyrus is all set. Empowering necklace is a good item, just straight up 1000 extra HP. Yes, please. Probably should have done that before coming here, so they would be fully healed, but... Alright, let's just give it a shot then.
I will not fail. Have at you.
Oh, please tell me I didn't equip Werner's sword on...
What's the logical
Oh no.
course of action? So much to learn.
But yeah, this music, I'm so glad to hear this music again. Herb of Clamor, I must have scrolled over it.
This should help.
I am not very well equipped for this.
What is the logical course of action? So much to learn.
Could we actually get the weakness that is still accessible, please?
I will not be defeated. Oh, sacred light!
Interesting dilemma. Elemental crystal.
Letting the hunt begin. Conjuring scrolls.
Have at you.
See, that's what I love, patience, and then all three of my party gets to attack again.
Now, what next? The
I don't know why I didn't do one that was his
What
weakness.
next?
I mean, there's really no point not to do it, but...
What is the logical course of action?
On turns like these, I never really know what to do. Guess just do more damage, right? Oh no, we didn't give a proper extra job to Ophelia. Should've just done Apothecary or something. That could, cause that will give her the ability to clear off debuffs. Clearly, I am very well prepared.
Mother, prepare yourself! Oh, sacred light!
Now then.
Come in, if thou dare.
You love to see it. Mwah. You love to see it. Okay, that hurts.
What's this now? Out of my way! What's this now?
Should I... maybe before... next time I should just fill my pockets with 99 Herb of Clamor.
Let's try this. What is the logical course of action? So much to learn.
Fire, okay. I should probably just give her Scholar then and switch the jobs around later down the line. Anyway, nothing here is gonna be saved, so let's just attack as hard as we can.
Out of my way!
Trying this.
He just went to the trouble to silence Cyrus again.
Cursed witchery.
Did he just make it unclear whose turn it is? Or rather, whose turns are coming up? That's annoying.
Holding back nothing.
Well, it's not his turn anymore, that's for darn sure.
What's this now?
An unexpected turn of events. Hey!
Take this!
What's this now?
Can the silence please go away now?
Have this!
Wow, thanks.
What's this now? A gift for you.
Well, either I just happen to be really poorly equipped for this one battle, or this is not a good sign.
What's this now? A gift for you.
He really wants Ophelia dead, doesn't he?
What's this now? How about this?
Out of my way!
Let's see, so he must be weak to another element,
Take this!
but not that one. Okay. Nice on the second serving there.
Take this!
Okay, not that one.
Have a taste of this!
Okay, and down he goes.
With each battle, I grow stronger.
I mean, we got through that, but that was rough. Like I said, it doesn't really spell good things for the future. Wait, I was gonna do her as the scholar, wasn't I? They keep doing this to me. Anyway, lore. Oh boy, I'm gonna have to sit up for this. Because this is where we discover how it all connects. From the diary of Lord Geoffrey Aselhart. I kept my faith. I stayed true to my convictions until the end. Several years before my death, a shadow fell upon my dear noble court, a shadow known as the Obsidians. They brought with them sweet words and false promises, but I would not lend them my ear. Once they came to understand that I would not be swayed to their way of thinking, they came after my life time and again. I would not allow myself to be daunted. I dug deeper into the truth to uncover their intentions, their ties, and the mastermind behind their villainy. My search eventually led me to learn of the Gate of Finis. In the end, I was murdered by the men who caught wind of my discoveries. Yet I do not regret my actions. I lived true to the words of my house and did all that I could for the sake of my people. My sole regret is that I have left Primrose alone to pick up the pieces of this broken life I left behind. My precious daughter should not have to bear such a burden on her shoulders. Primrose, you stood before my grave and told me, did you not, that you had lived true to what I had taught you. You are strong, my daughter. You found your own cause and purpose, and the purpose you found was the continuation of my very own. You carried on in my footsteps and finished what I started. My dear Primrose, when I think of how much you must have suffered all alone, all I can do is beg you to forgive me. Now the time has come for you to lay down your burden and rest. This time you forget about me and find happiness, a happiness of your own this time, for I will always be with you. Geoffrey Aselhart. Or is that Joffrey? Either way, that was a nice letter. So each message is for the character that the boss belongs to, basically. This is the one I did the first time. I believe it's Alvin's.
Come in here, if this beest thy will.
What was the logical course of action?
The battle is truly joined.
What next? Conjuring storms.
Okay, well, this is a better start already, that's for sure. Okay, I misremembered that. Whoops.
Have at you.
Letting my arrow fly in true.
Interesting dynamic.
My turn now.
Yeah, let's stomp this guy's head in before he can even do much. Okay, this is for... This is complete self-indulgence, what I'm doing here, but...
My blade is unbending. Windhill fight with us. Out of my way.
Interesting dynamic.
Let's see, I wonder what he's weak to now. Because we just had wind and something, so I'm guessing it's not wind. Okay, there we go, light.
Victory.
Oh, he thought he was gonna have a few turns to attack.
My turn now. Bring about a miracle of healing.
Letting my arrow fly in true. Conjuring light.
Lux Conjurer.
Lux Conjurer.
I'll do my best. Have this.
I'm, like I said, just basically self-indulgence.
Focus is unparalleled. Lux Conjurer. The battle is truly joined.
What next?
Out of my way.
Sorry, kid, but I can't let you live.
What next?
Okay, how about fire?
Ignis Ardere.
Okay, I guess I couldn't be lucky every time.
If thou darest.
Definitely not light, but still the damage is good. Oh, he gets to attack a lot now. I probably should have thought about... That was not what I intended to do.
No.
This is really bad.
Now, what next? Ah! Let's try this.
Okay, he's the only character who is in trouble, so...
Witchery. Out of my way. Victory shall be mine. So much to learn.
Welp. He went down anyway.
Use this.
And there goes all that.
I'll do my best.
Bring about a miracle of healing.
Bring about a miracle of healing.
Let my arrow fly in true.
Okay. Went a-
I honor thee, my quarry.
it got a bit hairy near the end there, but that wasn't too bad, honestly. Okay, that's 2 out of 8. Oh, right. Graham Crossford, a person whose story was very important to Tressa and Alvin's storyline. Makes me wonder if I should do Tressa's first, Tressa's final boss first, and then read the first part. I don't know. Anyway, from the diary of Graham, I'm gonna read it anyway. From the diary of Graham Crossford, part the 2nd. All hope was lost. My beloved was gone forever. I had finally finished the elixir, but it was too late. Mere days too late. My one true love had drawn her last breath, just as I was racing back to her side, medicine in hand and heart filled with renewed hope. For 3 days and 3 nights I lost myself in tears, a river of tears too deep and raging for me to ford my way across it. It was after the funeral that the woman found me. Lilac, she called herself. In the depths of my anguish, my life bereft of all meaning, she asked me a simple question, terrible in its implications. Wouldn't you like to see your beloved once more? That insidious offer, a mere whisper in the wind, took hold of me. Try as I might, I could not close my ears to it. If it would mean seeing my love even once more, then I would give my very life without regret. Lilac spoke of the gate of Finis, which separates this world from the next. If I could find it and cast it open, I could bring my beloved back to my side. I had heard the legends before, of course, but for the first time I found myself desperate to believe them. Begging the help of one of Kit's companions, I set out to the southeast. It was a fool's journey, but what else remained to me but a fool's hope? On my way I passed through the village of Clearbrook. There I came across a young boy stricken with illness and lingering just outside death's door. Convulsions racked his small frame and his skin was mottled with a purplish pox. I recognized the symptoms at once. How could I not? It was the same foul malady that stole my beloved from me. I felt a touch of fate in this meeting. Though I had not been in time to save my true love, I still carried the elixir I had labored so long to create. A remedy that could do nothing for her now. There was no doubt in my mind what I must do, and so I treated the boy with my medicine. When I looked at the boy's face, finally at peace and in calm repose, I saw my beloved again, and in her gentle eyes I found forgiveness. I hope I could do that too someday. Such were the boy's words to me when he was strong enough to speak again. He told me that he wished to follow in my footsteps and become a great apothecary. His words were a reward I never expected. In that moment I felt as though my journey was perhaps not a fool's one after all. I left what remained of the elixir and the rest of my medicines behind with the boy, and I set out once more, turning my feet again to the gate of Finis. Little did I know that I was making the greatest mistake of my life. Doesn't sound like it ended well for poor Mr. Crossford then, in spite of his good intentions and good nature. Wait, what does travel on mean? I'm a bit scared to just press buttons in the middle of this. Exit the menu, okay, thank goodness. Imagine if that was like, oh, you want to cancel out of this whole thing? Okay, see ya! Okay, whose boss is this?
I will not fail.
I have no idea. Swordy man. Darius? Was that from Therian's story? I don't even remember. Your items have been stolen? What? Uh-oh.
What next?
Okay, give him back, please. Yes, with a terrible fake accent, right?
Interesting dilemma. Glacier, draw down.
There we go, I guessed right.
Well then. Have this.
Letting the hunt begin.
Well, then we know what to do.
Conjuring ice.
Conjuring ice.
Interesting dilemma. Glacier, draw down.
What next?
You love to see it. Mwah. You love to see
Battle
it.
is truly joy. Anger not the tiger.
I'll not.
It sounds so weird when you interrupt the lines like that. I'll not.
Bring about a miracle of healing.
No.
Okay, so what other element is he weak to? Daggers. That's not really an element, but nonetheless it answers the question.
Oh, sacred light.
Okay, it's not light.
Come in, if thou darest.
I am tempted to just attack, but I know I should work towards breaking him, or else I'm gonna get in serious trouble.
Trying this.
Interesting dilemma.
Okay, so it's not light. It's unlikely to be fire if it was ice. So I'm gonna try it anyway.
This are dead.
It was a stupid choice.
What next? Using this.
Too slow.
Too slow. I like that.
Coming, if thou darest. Lightning, done my bidding.
The battle is truly interesting dilemma.
So it's not electricity or fire. Wind then? There we go.
I'll do my best. Prepare yourself.
Now he's very Ventus salty.
Oh, sacred light.
Letting my arrow fly and conjuring storms.
Okay, this is going fairly well so far.
Out of my way.
I'll do my best. Bring about a miracle of healing. What?
Scattering them all.
My turn now.
Okay, so no more. We can't break him down with elemental magic anymore, which is a big problem because that was my whole strategy.
Bring about a miracle of healing.
Have at you. Out of my way.
What next?
Now then.
I guess I could just attack him anyway. Nice.
Bring about a miracle of healing.
Okay, he's about to
What next?
be very annoying.
I'll not be defeated.
Maybe I should have actually brought a good NPC with her.
Oh, sacred light.
Interesting dilemma. Elemental.
Coming, here. Conjuring storms.
Okay, yeah, see, that's what I was hoping for, that we could give everyone that.
Victory.
Oh, that's incredible.
Have at you.
Mwah. Mwah. Delightful.
With each battle, I grow stronger.
Okay, going well so far. The first one, it was a bit of a rough start because I didn't have my party set up properly, but this is... I don't know if it's going well enough to be like, oh yeah, we could beat the final boss like this, but it is going decently. From the records of House Ravus. From the time of my first memories, I recall my father lecturing me on the origins of our house, what it meant to be the head of House Ravus, and on what it was I must give my life to protect. My father had heard the same from his father and his father from his father before him. The House of Ravus is blessed with many treasures, and many who covet them. To one born into the House of Ravus, such things are as natural and given as the blue of the sky above us. We are blessed with great treasures, and it is our duty to protect those treasures from those who would use them for ill. And among all the treasures, there are none greater than the Dragon Stones. The Dragon Stones were bestowed upon the first Lord of Ravus by the legendary King Beowulf I of Hornburg, and they have been passed down in our family ever since. The stones are said to have come from a land far to the east, and they are worth far more than their weight in gold. But that is not where their true value lies. A power sleeps within them, and it makes them valuable beyond mortal comprehension. For the name Dragonstone is no simple fancy. The stones house the power of the great worms whose name they bear. It is said that the great sorcerer Odin Crossford Odin Crossford used the power of the Dragonstones to seal shut the gate of Finis. Crossford had campaigned together with King Beowulf and aided him in the founding of Hornburg. My father, when he was still with us, once told me this. Power in itself is neither good nor evil. It is the man who wields the blade who decides whether he fights for good or evil. That is why King Beowulf entrusted the stones to the man he trusted above all others, the loyal knight who would become the first lord of House Ravus. Great power can bring about boundless good or unfathomable evil. It is the duty of our house to keep the Dragonstones safe and protect them from those who would wield them for dark ends. Yet given enough time, great power will always awaken hunger in others who would claim it for themselves. Once the Dragonstones came to House Ravus, there was no end to those who lusted after them, not to mention our many other riches. Even kith and kin cannot be trusted to stand against such temptation. Once a rumor reached my ears that suspicious parties were inquiring into the whereabouts of the stones at the behest of my own relatives. Maybe that those who sabotaged the carriage my wife and I were riding in did so at the bidding of my own blood. Oh, my poor Cordelia, what is to become of you? You are too gentle to ever doubt another. I fear that many will draw near to you, cloaked in the guise of kindness, and seek to deceive you. Cordelia, I can protect you no longer. No matter how I try to call out, my voice cannot reach you on the other side. Yet this I hope you know. Though a time may come when you are betrayed by one you trust, I believe your heart will not falter. You will not lose your faith in people, and this is for the best. For there are those truly worthy of your unwavering trust, and you will find them and keep them close at your side. I held on to such faith, and I was rewarded with a loyal companion worth 1,000 other men. Heathcote has been true to me in all things. Surely such a friend will also appear before you, one worthy of your faith. And so I beg of you, Cordelia, never stop believing in others, for it is this faith that will save you in the end. I really like these notes. They're not all like the super deepest lore. There is lore in there, of course, but they're characters speaking from the beyond to us in a way. Okay, and what are you? A dragon?
Then so am I.
Now, what next?
I mean, you have revealed your weakness, you fool. You fool!
Lux, conjure in. The battle is truly joined. Out of my way!
My turn now. Oh, sacred light!
So much for the dragon then.
Letting my arrow fly. Scattering them all.
Lux, conjure in. What is the logical course of action? Lux, conjure in.
Have at you.
Alright, a pretty decent start if I do say so myself.
Who's this?
Letting my conjuring light.
Oh, not further! I'll do my best. Ah!
What is the logical course of action?
In his case, I should probably just do Lux Conjurer, because it hits thrice.
Victor, my blade is unbending!
Come in, if thou darest.
Victory shall
Patience,
be
and then everyone gets to attack again. I love it. I really cannot get enough of that.
What is the logical course of action?
Letting my arrow fly and true. Come in, if
Now, what next? Lux Conjurer!
That looks like it hurt.
my way!
My turn now.
Now then!
I also love how Ophelia is just like, damage? What damage? I don't know what you're talking about. Dragon fire? I thought it was just a slightly warm breeze. See you later, dragon.
The thrill of the fight!
Okay, absolutely stomped that one. If they don't shuffle their weaknesses, you can just stomp them into the ground. Oh, is this gonna be... Oh, this is part the third. Interesting, so we're missing part the first. I guess we'll just continue our confused chronology. From the Diary of Graham Crossford, part the third. How could I have been so wrong? All I thought of was bringing my beloved back to the world of the living. When Lieblack told me such a thing could be done, I was all too willing to swallow her pretty words. That moment that I arrived before the gate, I felt a finger of ice run along my spine. Even if my mind had been too slow to recognize it, my very body was repelled by that gate, or more precisely by what lay beyond it. While I struggled to catch my breath, Lieblack sketched out a magic circle on the ground with practiced ease. As she traced each twisted line and rune, her hand never faltered. How many times must she have prepared for this moment in her heart of hearts? It was at that moment that I realized just how she had longed for this moment, how fiercely she desired to see the dark ritual to completion. Only by this ritual may the gate be opened. It will not be pleasant for you, but you must bear it if you wish to see your beloved once more. So Lieblack spoke as she led to the center of the magic circle. This is... I'm just thinking on the meta level, right? This is, what's her face? Hanit's. This is Hanit's boss, right? The dragon. So, Crossford, Hanit. Lieblack spoke as she led me to the center of the magic circle. As she began the ritual, the first thing I felt was a great pain that struck my entire body at once. It was followed by a strange sensation like nothing I had ever experienced. I felt myself stretching and swelling from the inside out. From the corner of my eye, I saw my own hand changing into something foreign and awful, and then the fear. Lieblack watched my transformation with a glow in her eye. It was then that I knew this ritual was not intended to open the gate and bring my wife back to me. Yes, I know what truly lies beyond the gate of Finis. That horror is what Lieblack sought to bring back to our world, and I was to be the vessel. I would be lying if I said I had no idea this was coming. My conversations with Lieblack had I mean, if someone has lie in her name, are you really gonna believe her? Really now. It led me to suspect that this ritual would not work for just anyone. It seemed that she needed my blood, the blood of House Crossford, descended from an ancient line of sorcerers. That is why I must be the one to prevent her plan from succeeding, for if I fail, she will only turn her sights upon my dear Kit. Right. Kit Crossford, perhaps, then? Have they confirmed that? And have I just completely overlooked it like a buffoon? No, that I cannot allow. So while I realized before the end what Lieblich intended, I continued to accompany her in her aims so that I could see the truth of the ritual for myself and foiled it however I could. Little did I know that I was dealing with a power far, far beyond any mortal's control or conception. I felt my own sense of self growing faint and distant, and something else entirely filling me. I resisted it with all that I had, but that presence, to that thing of being like myself, a fragile human spirit, could be crushed as easily as an insect beneath your heel. And just before my mind was completely consumed by the darkness, I saw the smiling faces of my wife and son one last time. I screamed. The memory of my wife gave me the power to resist at the last critical moment. I imagined Lieblich herself did not think I would ever strike back at her, but I had already grown far stronger than I had been as a man. Even when I only managed to land a single blow to her, it got her deep. She staggered back and the ritual was interrupted. This is my chance. All I need to do is chase after her as she flees and cut her evil at the root, bring everything to an end. This is what I must do, but why... Where am I going? Why am I turning into something else? I am turning into something else, something less and less human. And so I wander the land without aim. There are periods of time I cannot remember. I come back to myself surrounded by destruction. No memories, but I know it was me. These blackouts grow more frequent. They come for me now. No, stay your hand. I am no monster. I am a man. I am a man. Triple exclamation point. It can be inferred, based on the fact that this was Hanit's boss, and the fact that Graham Crossford turned into a monster. Was he Red Eye then? Because we know things summoned from beyond the gate have red eyes, as seen in Cyrus's story, among others. Graham Crossford is Red Eye Lord. Wow. That's kind of shocking. You know, I knew from the moment I saw Cyrus' story, I knew he had to have been a human at one point. I just didn't know exactly who. That was kind of tragic though, at the end, trying to convince whoever attacked him, us maybe, that he was still human, but it can't really get it across anymore. That was, I'm sorry, that was not intended as a joke. That sounded very insensitive. Cross. Good lord.
I cannot fail.
Letting the hunt begin. Scattering them all.
No.
Okay, so are we just gonna stomp this guy into the floor as well?
I'll do my best.
No. An interesting dilemma.
I've said it before, but I keep saying it because it's true. This music.
Lux Conjurer.
I'll do my best. Oh, sacred light.
What next? Conjuring light.
No.
Out
My way.
my turn now. Oh, sacred light.
Letting my arrow fly and true.
Have at you. Out of my way.
You love to see it.
Lux Conjurer.
Victory shall.
I'll not be defeated.
What next? Letting the hunt begin.
I was like racking my brain trying to think of a funny joke about this guy, like. Like, if the sacred light isn't real, then why is your cult leader weak to it? Checkmate, Dark Cult.
What next? Conjuring light.
Have at you.
Oh.
The thrill of the fight.
Well, that was that was trivially easy. Are you supposed to do this one first? You know, you can write, if you write a cursed with a T instead of an ED, does it become less cursed? Is that how it works? Okay. He's gonna talk about how the sacred flame isn't real. But he just got killed by it, so that's... Oh, okay. I'm gonna seriously read it now, sorry. I was just trying to think of more good jokes. Once I too believed in the teachings of the sacred flame. I led the people in its light as a servant of the church. No one could have doubted that I was anything but a pious believer in those days. And when I look back upon it now, it all seems so painfully foolish. When was it that I first began to doubt the flame? Perhaps it was after I met Lieblack, but no, that was but the catalyst to what was already growing within me. Even before Lieblack appeared, those feelings had taken root in my heart. The small village whose church I had been appointed to was destroyed in a conflagration started by a capricious strike of lightning. The flames spread before we even knew what was happening. Before we knew it, we were engulfed in hell's fire. Countless were lost to the flames, even the innocent young children who I'd loved so dearly. They had committed no sins. They did not deserve to have their flesh seared and their bones turned to ash. So I prayed to the flame. I prayed and prayed that their lives would be spared. Fool that I was, even after they were dead and gone, I believed that if I prayed hard enough, they might return to us, that a miracle might occur. And so I offered up every scrap of faith that I had, until at long last I realized the truth. Believing the sacred flame and praying to it would not bring about a miracle. And if my faith could not bring me and those I loved succor in our time of greatest need, then it was worthless. It did not matter to me if the power I needed was forbidden. I would use that power for the force of good and bring about miracles. That was the true faith to which my eyes were finally open. It was not something I had been tricked into by another. I had reached enlightenment. In this moment, I am euphoric. It was only fitting that such a revelation came to me, the one true savior. While Lieblack may not have been responsible for my enlightenment, I am still grateful to her. After all, she is the one who granted me the blessing of 100 years free from aging. The dark secrets written in that tome can allow a man to cheat death, and I owe her a debt for sharing them with me. I gained eternal life, or close enough, as a true savior should. I then took it upon myself as my duty to save as many people as I could with the power granted to me, and so I set out to kindle a darker flame in our realm. You know, by sacrificing people to it, yeah, real savior you are. If the sacred flame could be weakened, yet more of Galdera's accursed power would seep through the gate of Finis, and I would be able to claim even greater strength for myself. I hid myself away from those in the church who wished to stop me, but the long march of time was my ally. It wore away the lives and memories of any and all who once knew me, until it was as if my face had been washed away like words writ in sand. None who still live would remember me as an apostate to the church. With enough leaves, all things are possible. Even obtaining a new name is little challenge. And so I work my way back into the church's graces as the trader Matthias. Even the venerable Archbishop Joseph did not suspect me for a moment. Every step of the way, fate has shown me that I am in the right. I was able to uncover Galdera's altar because I am right. I was able to use a fragment of Galdera's power to bring about a miracle because I am right. I could become the savior of Whispermill and command its people to do my wishes because I am right. He sounds more like a child, to be honest. With Simeon as an ally, I never wanted for money nor power. The Obsidian served me well, whether they knew it or not. Simeon claimed never to have spoken of me to the others. I know not if he meant to use me as a secret weapon against the others if the need ever arose, or if it was simply that he did not trust me, but it hardly mattered. After laboring for so many decades, the time had come at last. I had succeeded in debilitating Archbishop Joseph with the poison the Obsidians had provided me. It was a beautiful poison. No one would ever suspect that it was anything but a natural death. Interesting. I don't think we ever learned in the storyline for sure that he was poisoned, but I think I suspected it. All that remained for me was to cast a dark shadow on the heart of Lyanna, the next flame bearer, and the sacred flame would soon burn black. This is what was meant to be. This is what was about to be. But no, darn it, to the farthest reaches of hell. The culmination of all I had worked for was mere inches away, so close I could feel the kiss of the accursed flame. And instead it was all snatched away, that fire snuffed out to leave me in utter darkness and despair. The poison is a big reveal too. I kind of suspected it. So I knew, I recall watching Lily's stream and knowing there was a traitor in one of the stories. And so every male character I met early in the story, any male character in any of the female characters' story, I thought might be a traitor at first. Of course, the one I actually remembered seeing in Lily's stream was Simeon, the Primrose's boss. But it's interesting to hear like this, their thoughts from beyond the grave, basically. I am the savior. I was meant to bring Galdera's flame to this world. Why should I be left in this black hell? It is dark here. The blackness. It is all-consuming, darker than 1,000 starless nights. Please, someone, anyone, bring me some light. And now he wants the light. Well, I brought him some light, but then he died, so. Alright, well, let's just keep it up.
I will not fail.
Oh yeah, getting kinda low on items there, indeed.
What next? Lux, conjure in.
You know, being weak to light is very dangerous in this party. Or rather, it's very dangerous when you're trying to fight this party.
I'll do my best.
Let enough. Scattering them all. Coming.
These non-shadow scales are so out of place. You'll just remove the minions. I agree.
Conjuring light.
Now. Lux, conjure in.
Have at you.
Well then. Thunder!
Haha.
Victory shall be mine.
It's very fun when the enemy doesn't get to have a turn at all.
My turn. Here I go! Thunder!
Coming.
I'll not be defeated.
Lux Conjurer.
The battle is true.
Coming, if thou.
The battle is true.
What next?
Physical strength has been augmented. Here he is with his 5 defense. Place your bets now. Will Ivan ever get to attack again?
Interesting dilemma. Lux Conjurer.
Have at you.
My turn now. The flame guides us true.
Alright, down and out. I may be getting low on some items, but I have the very best items saved up. Like, if things get really ugly, I'll just spam Revitalizing Jam. And Olive of Life. Large. Large. Interesting. From the diary of Headmaster Ivan of the Royal Academy. It was 15 years ago when I first learned of that tome. The headmaster's chair was but a dream to me in those days, when my prize student Lucia brought a young woman to me. The woman told me that I was the best suited to the position of headmaster, that there was no knowledge, no position that should be off limits to a man of my ability. And so she taught me many things, one being the existence of ancient tomes containing the long-forgotten secrets of old. There are several tomes of forbidden writings in Atlasdom's great libraries, and no eyes but the headmasters are allowed to look upon them. The tome in question is one of these. It is the last extant tract of the legendary sage known as Solomon, whose name lives on in history through the land of his birth. The kingdom of Bernstein has long since been forgotten. Long has it been said that he who can decipher its true meaning will obtain power over even life and death. The current headmaster is not worthy of such knowledge. That he lacks in intellect only pales to what he lacks in character. I cannot depend on him. I would depend on you. She wished to decipher the secrets of the tome and share its knowledge with the worthy alone. Thus a great scholar was needed, one who would be able to fully understand the arcane truths within the tome. The doddering fool who now serves as headmaster could never do such a thing, but a genius such as you, Ivan, surely you, of all scholars in the realm, are up to the task. Yes, that was how she persuaded me. Ivan, what a fool. Some flattery, and he was eating out of her hand. It was true that I bore little resemblance to the former headmaster, who was interested in nothing but his studies, and whose only praiseworthy trait was his tenacity in that single-minded pursuit. But I was different. I knew that knowledge was worth its weight in gold, and more critically, my intellect far outstripped his. How could the idiots around me fail to realize this? This woman told me that the then headmaster, holding a lofty office he had done so little to deserve, was tantamount to sin, and I agreed. When she asked me if I could remove him, I assured her that it would be the simplest of tasks. And so I had him assassinated just as she wished, not leaving not a trace of evidence behind to incriminate myself. Wow. Shortly after, I ascended to the headmaster's seat in his place. I encountered the strange woman only once more after that day. When I reported to her that I had murdered the former headmaster, she flashed a chilling smile and simply replied, "So you did." Then she walked away, never again to appear before me. Perhaps removing that man was all she wanted of me after all, I thought. It was no matter. The tome was in my grasp, and I immediately set myself to uncovering its secrets. All the rumors I had heard were true. It was a work of staggering genius. With Lucia as my assistant, I was able to obtain other rare and ancient texts from that woman, even if I never saw her again. Yes, everything was going just as I had planned, and power beyond the imagination was finally within my reach. How did it all come to this? Darn that accursed Lucia, darn that heartless, conniving witch. How did I not see? She meant to use me from the very start. I was the one who unlocked the secrets, I who constructed the basic theories of how to effectively control life and death, and as soon as I had done that, she had no more need for me. That is why she gave me a flawed blood crystal and let Cyrus right to me, so that she could dispose of me without dirtying her own hands. That despicable, loathsome, hateful woman. Death has not cooled my fury, but only fueled it to greater heights. Curse you that you and that unholy witch you brought to my side. May the deceitful Lucia burn for all eternity. May the foul witch Liebelek be banished beyond the farthest reaches of hell. Okay. Somebody's a little salty that he got played, huh? Okay, that's 6 out of 8. This is quite the gauntlet, isn't it?
Well then,
My party, when the enemy is weak to light, it's free real estate.
Interesting dilemma.
Lux, conjure in. Have at you.
Coming. Scattering them all. Let it go. Conjuring light.
Now, what next? Lux, conjure in.
And already broken.
Now then. Out of my way.
my turn now.
Now then.
I'll do my best.
Coming, if thou darest.
What is the logical course of action? Now the true lesson begins. Lux, conjure in.
Once again, I am absolutely stomping this beast into the ground.
My turn now. Bring about a miracle of healing.
What's this now?
Coming, if thou
Maybe I should teach everyone that ability that the warrior gets where you can surpass the 9999 number.
What's this now? Elemental crystal.
Right, that'll make the magic hurt even more. He really came to the wrong neighborhood.
You should have studied harder.
And he should have studied harder. Hey, Olberic, nice. Oh, right, this is where I should have started. Apparently they want you to go from the top left to the bottom right, which makes some sense, I guess. I guess we can read this, but we already know how it ends, very tragically. But still, from the diary of Graham Crossford, part the first. Grave tidings reached me as I was passing through Victor's Hollow in my travels. My beloved's condition had worsened. I knew my journey must be brought to a swift conclusion, lest I be too late in the end. That might also be why these top row bosses are easier, by the way. I made up my mind to sail across the verdant deep. The final ingredient I required was the pinion of an ogre eagle, that most fearsome beast of the sky. They are said to make their home in the forest of Uruba, beyond that vast emerald sea. When I arrived at the harbour, there was only one ship to be found. It was a grand one, no mistaking that. But the captain was none other than Leon Bestral, and that's how he got the diary. I recognized him at once, of course. Who could travel these lands without hearing a tale or 10 of that dread pirate captain, the very mention of whose name would set even the bravest sailor's heart pounding and palms sweating. Yet I found the man himself to be quite different from the one spoken of in legend. Captain Leon Bestral stood at the helm of a merchant trader, which was preparing to hoist sail at the very moment I came upon it. I told him of my haste and implored that he let me aboard. I'm afraid I don't let just anyone aboard my ship, he told me, and I felt as though I were being put to some kind of test. It was clear this was a man who did not easily place his trust in others. My coin purse as impoverished as my hopes, I held out the only thing of value I could offer, my journal. This is the most valuable of my possessions, I explained. Within it you will find a record of every region of this vast continent, every town I have visited, and every path I have tread. Surely such knowledge is worth the trouble of having one more body aboard your ship for this voyage. After all, what need had I of such a log then? My journey was nearly over. All that remained was to obtain the final ingredient and hasten home to my beloved's side. Captain Leon gave me a boisterous laugh and gestured me onto his ship with a grin. You'd have me believe the leaves of that old book are more valuable than the leaves in my coffers? You must have had quite the journey. I wouldn't mind hearing about it as you swap my decks. As the ship tossed about the stormy sea, my thoughts drifted ahead of the winds to where my wife awaited me. I could see her face in my mind so clearly that it felt as though it was only minutes ago that we parted, not countless moons, and I prayed that the flame would guide me back to her while that gentle smile still graced her lips. It's almost finished at last, my love. Pray wait for me just a little longer. I know not what has become of my journal since I parted ways with Captain Leon, but looking back I am relieved that it left my hands when it did. Surely it is better that my final entry ended with some traces of hope, rather than the bitter pain I would eventually find at journey's end. Indeed, makes you wonder if Tressa would have gone down a very different path if she had read that.
Cannot fail.
Look at this dude.
Victory shall be mine. Out my way.
Now,
Oppression. Is he weak to light? He is.
Coming, if thou
Now
darest.
that's funny.
Scattering them all.
Well then. Oh, sacred light. My turn now. Oh, sacred light.
now
Right, just figuring out his other weaknesses.
Lux Conjurer.
Coming, if thou darest. Conjuring light. Letting my arrow fly in truth.
Witchery. Out of my way.
Have this.
He actually brought someone down. That's a bit scary. Do, 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 do.
Elemental.
Letting my arrow fly and true.
Right, let's just clear up what health has been lost for now.
Bring about a miracle of healing.
Victory shall be mine.
What is the logical course of action? Lux Conjurer.
That hurts. In a good way.
Letting the hunt begin.
Ooh, woo, yes, indeed. Sorry.
Dragon's fight is purge.
I was amused by how quickly he died. Which is a line you can only really say in a video game. And have it not sound psychopathic. From the records of Lord Werner of Riverford, Hornburg will fall. I still remember her smile as she said the words. It was a score of years ago now, mayhap more. A simple sellsword I was then, and she came to me with a sack full of leaves and a dark promise in her eyes. She knew as well as I that I had far greater aspirations than selling my sword for coin. But coin would have to be a start, and what a start she offered me. Not only the leaves to free me from another man's employ, but as much as I asked for to invest in my plot and establish the connections I would need. The life I'd always dreamed of was finally in my grasp. I could use her. I could use her to get all that I'd ever wanted, or so I thought. And so I took the girl up on her offer and began my plot to bring down an entire kingdom. I would need men if I were to accomplish anything, so I created my own sellsword company, the Black Brotherhood I called them. I spent 3 years doing nothing but gathering information on Hornburg. Then using what I had learned, I began to systematically remove any obstacles that might stand in my path. I used the girl's connections to make my company of sellswords very much in demand with Hornburg. I took the worst of the lot, those with no scruples and nowhere else to go, and made them out to be bandits and thieves. I set these villains to attacking the borders of Hornburg, and then my Black Brotherhood would turn them back. It was quite the performance. Other armies didn't stand a chance of beating us to the side of each battle. The skirmishes all took place far from the heart of Hornburg. We knew ahead of time exactly where they would happen. Since the foes we faced in those battles were in fact our own men, it was an easy feat to get the appearance of a crushing defeat. Through this farce, the Black Brotherhood won the hearts of the people living in these borderlands. Ingraining myself with the families of these borderlands, I used their introductions to buy trust among many powerful houses of Hornburg. The tales of the Black Brotherhood had spread throughout the realm by then, and I used that woman's money freely to strengthen my ties to powerful men within Hornburg and without. Still, King Alfred was well beloved by his people and his bannermen. It would be no small feat to win their hearts away from him, in which case things would become much easier. If he were simply not in the picture, Hornburg would not last long without the people's love for their liege binding them together. So my eyes landed upon Erhard, who held a bitter hatred of the king within him. I had him appointed as a member of the king's own guard so that he could be in the perfect position to do the deed. All that remained to be done was to give Erhard the chance that he was all too eager to seize. Mixing lies and truth, I lit a fire among the strong young warrior I befriended. I could spout any lie and it would have not mattered. Humans care little for facts. They believe what they want to believe. In the end, it took me just 12 short years to bring Hornburg to ruin. After the kingdom fell, I decided the time had come to settle my accounts with that woman. I disbanded my company, having no more need for sellswords, and used the riches I had accumulated to buy myself the lands and status that would see me through my remaining days. To tell the honest truth, this was not easy. I could have gained even more had I remained at that woman's side. She could provide me with wealth and power beyond any human's wildest dreams. But to pursue this any further would be madness. Perhaps I was already mad to serve so long at her beck and call to bring down a kingdom. She was beautiful, there can be no doubt of that, but did I desire her, even for a moment? No, for within that attractive trapping was evil, pure evil, intent on bringing humanity to ruin. If a man dared touch any part of it, his own flesh would rot and fall away. She was a lethal poison. She was a witch. And so I cut myself off from her entirely and did not look back. It's funny that this guy, even though he's horrible, was one of the smarter people in that regard. Funny though, is it not? In the end I could not escape her. She brought about my ruin as surely as if I had indulged in her poisonous touch. For in the end, just as I felled Hornburg, it was Hornburg's last knight who laid me low. Poetic justice, in a sense, innit? Oh, I didn't ask for anything to happen yet. Okay. Is it time to do some party switching, or should I just approach it as I am now? Because I have no idea what the other party is going to be doing or asked to do. Honestly, I didn't expect to get this far. Clearly, I did a good job with the grinding and equipment. I'm wondering if I should switch people out, or if I should just approach it like this. Party A does phase 1 and the other does phase 2, basically. Right. Okay, do you have any thoughts regarding this, Clive? I'm thinking we switch out our weakest link and put it in our strongest party. Alright, I'll get a warning, okay. This party is still on average better, but this kind of evens it out. Sounds reasonable as long as the Sorcerer and War Master are separate to dish out reasonable damage each. Yep, Sorcerer is in this one and the War Master is in the other now. Good that I had him with me up until this point so I could... Oh yeah, Primrose needs a secondary role still. Suppose she is already a character who buffs people, so Thief would be good for debuffing the enemy. I don't see her doing much physical damage, honestly. That's never really been her specialization. I guess I could do Starseer. Just lots of stats increases across the board, although shooting stars has never been that great. I mean, it's flexible, but... Maybe this is the time to... Yeah, because this party doesn't have a good magic user now, so... I guess what actually needs to happen now is Primrose needs to be Scholar, and it's Ophelia who needs to switch gears. That's my opinion. But what? I guess Apothecary would allow her to remove debuffs, so I'm thinking I'll go with that. Okay, I think I'm all ready to deal with whatever this is and to die instantly, basically. I really should have just leveled Tressa up to 60 as well. Anyway, everyone has a secondary role. We have someone who can buff us. Okay, I'm thinking I'll give it a shot. I don't know if I can win, but I'll... Gosh diddly darn, give it a try. At least we could get to this point fairly easily. There was only one boss that gave us trouble, and that was because we weren't good. Can you tell I'm a bit tired? I wasn't properly equipped, is what I'm trying to say. We wasn't properly equipped, Your Honor. Should we really do double physical defense when we could have magical defense as well? Highlands, Journey's End. Alright. Let's give it a try. Ah, yeah, you can also do it here. Fair. No secret treasures around here that will give me an edge? I guess not. Okay, well, we already thought really carefully about this. I think we're good. Just want to double check something. Did I properly equip Therion? I did not. Good. It's good that I checked, to be honest. Okay, let's give it a shot then. Yep, Team A and Team B. Okay, let's give this a try.
You?
Quite the stubborn ones, aren't we?
Why, yes.
Where's Kit? That's the question on your lips, isn't it?
Kit.
Why, it's right there, standing before your eyes.
Just so.
The 13th god, Galdera the Fallen, he and Kit are one and the same.
The gate of Finis.
Was created to seal Galdera beyond the boundaries of this world. And the Crossford family, you see, comes from a long and ancient line that carries the stuff of the Dark God in their veins.
But in truth...
Many years ago I led Graham, Kit's father, to this same place. I told him that by coming here he could return his beloved to the land of the living. A lie, of course, but one he was all too willing to believe.
And then...
I was proceeding according to plan, but in the end I underestimated the strength of the man's spirit.
Oh.
The ritual failed and Graham escaped somewhere, though he hardly resembled himself anymore. This time, though, will be different. This time I will not fail.
It began.
At long last, Caldera shall rise again, and all the world will know his fury. You too have an important role to play on this historic day. Your flesh, your blood, your very soul will feed the dark god and give him strength.
Father.
Father, can you hear me? Father, your daughter calls for you. Hence,
Caldera, my father.
I mean, hence the daughter of the dark god. It kind of started the whole quest line. Right. Oh Father, pray show mercy on these poor wretched souls. Mercy being death in this case. I hear you, my daughter. At last we are together. My daughter, for fulfilling your fate, I bestow upon you eternal slumber. You are hyped for this? My reactions. I'm not. I'm gonna die in 2 turns. Brave souls, you too have earned the same reward. So come, let us consume all life on this world. Let us consume the gods themselves. For now in eternity, there is only us. There is only Caldera.
I will not lose to you.
Time to fight literally Satan, indeed.
Much to learn.
Okay, that one is also weak to light. Ow.
Here I go. Peacock's rush. I'll not be defeated.
Wow, this music.
Oh, sacred light.
Very, very final boss.
Letting the hunt begin.
I'm not really sure what to think of it, but sure.
Scattering them all.
Okay, let's break the...
Lux, conjure
Letting my arrow fly and true.
Okay.
Conjuring light.
Well, this one is weak to light again, which is good.
Well then.
That's about my reaction right now.
Peacock's rush.
Okay.
What next?
an interesting dilemma.
Sorry.
Coming, if thou dare.
In Alfred's name, be safe.
Okay, that was probably not the right ability to use, but...
What next?
Oh boy, this is going to be challenging, isn't it?
Letting my arrow fly and true.
Also, the screaming and wailing soul. Very horrifying, all of this. Challenging is the understatement of the year, yeah.
Using this.
What is the logical course of action?
Okay, so what are these guys weak to?
Ignis are dead.
Well, not that.
Now,
Shadow is very unlikely, but...
Night Ode.
And also not true, yeah. Uh-oh. This is on par with actual secret super bosses like Penance or Emerald Weapon. Oh dear. I was never any good at like bosses of that level. Okay, one of them is weak to wind. That's good to know.
The hunt beginning.
Can see Kit behind the eye if you look closely. I'm trying. I do see something in the eye, but in any case, this is very climactic, but also terrifying. Alright, well, there's no need to save any items at this point.
Trying this.
Interesting dilemma.
I'll do my best.
Even you're not stingy on the gems here, and you're the biggest hoarder. Makes sense. Yeah, when it comes down to like this, you can't really afford to be stingy anymore, I think.
Bring about a miracle of healing.
An interesting dilemma.
So what is the other one weak to? Ice?
Glacius, you're dead.
Nothing?
Coming.
I'll do my best.
Your face when poison now drains SP and BP as well. Please no.
Take this.
Something will happen next turn, please no.
Do
Letting my arrow fly and true. Trying this.
What's this? Let me heal you.
Oh, rehabilitate. I should have done. Oh my gosh, I just ruined the whole thing.
Let's try this.
Using this.
Well, this lady really believes in what she's singing, that's for sure.
What is the logical course of action?
Uh-oh.
Let me help. Bring about a miracle of healing.
The eye itself has 500,000 HP, by the way. Alright then.
What's this? Vendor Stopper!
What next?
Okay, thank goodness.
You'll be alright. Let's do this. For you. My turn now.
Okay, so you have to kill them at the same time. It's kind of hard to plan that, though. I'm getting a keen sense of hopelessness right about now. At least we know the weaknesses, so no giving up yet.
This will sting.
Okay, it can't be poisoned. That's good to know.
What next? Vendor Stopper!
Come in, if thou darest. Scattering them all.
Let's do this.
So boss employs literally every trick in the book. It seems like it, yeah.
Vendor Stopper!
What to do? For you. Well then.
Ouch.
This will sting.
Okay, so none of these can be poisoned then.
Conjuring ice.
Unparalleled!
Okay, he needs his SP recovered, so...
Well then.
Should have done Conjuring Light instead, I guess. I had no idea how close it was to dying. Oh no, I should have... I should have... Yeah. My best opportunity to do damage is gone now because Cyrus doesn't have SP. Gosh darn it.
Let's try this.
What next?
It's only protected, not broke. Yeah. Yeah, I mean... Oh yeah, what I mean is... I'm wasting my chance to break it.
Conjuring light. What next?
And like this. Well then. Prepare yourself.
What is the logical? We know the true lesson begins.
Yeah, I wanna... like, this guy needs to... This eye needs to be hurt. Bad. And now.
Lux Conjurer.
Letting the hunt beginning.
But someone needs to bring Tressa back.
Using this. Letting my arrow. Yeah.
500,000, you said?
What next?
Interesting dilemma.
Oh, right, I was wondering why we weren't doing much damage. Of course, it's because...
Elemental.
well, if he's gonna weaken our elements, then I'm gonna weaken his elements. How about that? Wanna play dirty? Let's play dirty.
Let's do this.
Oh, right, she doesn't have the thing anymore.
Let me help.
Oh! Okay.
What to
Oh.
do?
Okay. Oh. Okay. Okay, so there were multiple attempts for me to not lose my cool there. Like, okay. 3 souls at once. Okay. Weaknesses. Okay. They all have one weakness available at the same time. The warm-up phase is over, indeed. Pain. We are in the pain phase now. Actually, it's been pain from the very start, but yeah.
Let me help.
Now the true lesson begins. Lux Conjurer.
Well then.
Oh! Oh, it shuffles around. Oh. Ooh, that is about my thoughts right now.
Take this.
Coming, if thou darest.
What rune should I do then? Honestly, any rune is probably a good idea, just because of the secondary.
Scattering them all. Letting my arrow fly and true. Conjuring light.
Let's do this.
An interesting dilemma. Ignis Arden.
Okay, there we go. Another one down. It became harder to hit your foe, right?
Not be defeated.
Problems with physical attacks now, I'm guessing.
Oh, sacred light.
Coming, if thou darest.
Oh, an eye for an eye, right.
Interesting dilemma. Ignis are dead.
I will not be defeated. Please rise. My turn now.
Right. This is troubling. I'm guessing I do not want to... This is 8 turns of this nonsense. The relentless BSery of this boss is much more fun when it's not happening to you. Okay, well, I'm glad it's entertaining to you. I'm sitting here with a big red head, sweating profusely.
I still have so much to learn.
Oh
Self-immolation. Could no one tell me that that was a thing?
no. Let me help. I'm sorry. I am not. In Elfric's name, be saved.
What's this now?
Hope you have petrified potions left from Red Eye, because yes, he does that too. Oh man.
Lux, conjure in.
You'll be alright.
What's this now? Let's try this.
Ow. I am genuinely a bit unsure on how to proceed right now.
Trying this.
Let's do this.
You remember taking well over a minute per move with this guy, it happens. Right. Maybe we should have given Cyrus the things that give him massive amounts of HP.
Let me help.
Sorcery.
Contamination, just every status effect all at once. Thank you.
Lesson begins. Glacius, your death.
Yeah, where are your negative statuses now?
Do this. Try this on the side.
Come in, if thou darest. Trying this. Letting the hunt begin.
Please tell me this next one will kill it, because if it doesn't... Oh no, it's not his turn. Well, if the eye... I don't know. I don't know what to do.
Holding back nothing.
What does Balagar's blade even do? I've never used that one. No, we need to back up a bit and save Ophelia here.
Using this.
An interesting dilemma.
Attack a single target with the power every element, hitting 6 times. Okay, so basically the War Master equivalent.
Ignis are dead.
What to do? Try this on for size. Bring about a miracle of healing.
Ow.
Let's do this. For you. Well then. Oh, sacred light.
Come on.
What is the logical course of action?
Okay, ignore... I want to ignore the other soul now, but then you're gonna spawn a third one again.
Focus is unparalleled. Nothing will quiet the storm.
Oh, that was the wrong spell. No.
Letting the hunt beginning.
I'm losing it. I'm losing it.
Holding back nothing.
Okay, well, that was not very helpful at all. Thank you, Frog.
My turn now. Peacock's rush.
Lux conjure.
Letting my arrow fly and true.
The problem is I just don't know how much health each has.
Trying this.
My turn now. Have this.
Now, what my focus is unparalleled. Finis are dead.
Coming, if thou. Scattering them all.
Like risk to them.
Letting the hunt beginning.
Right, I should have aligned the weaknesses first. Next time I'll try.
Conjuring storms.
My turn. My turn now.
Coming, if thou darest.
What is the
Okay, in this instance, let's just pick on this guy for a bit.
Let's do this.
now? What next?
Sorcery.
Ow.
My turn now.
Okay, you can see how confusion on the Rune Lord is very, very, very dangerous.
Let me help.
Ow, this is looking pretty grim. Yeah, you can say that again.
Let me help.
Using this.
You'll be over.
Oh, I somehow thought that would actually heal also as well, but apparently it did not.
Let me help. Let me help.
No. Why did I do that?
Can't end like this.
Okay, so that doesn't stop seal magic then, okay. Seems fair, seems good, yes, indeed.
Have this.
So much to learn.
The soul's abilities will be used twice. That went well for a test run, right? Yeah, I suppose so. The best part is you've only seen about 5% of the thing's arsenal up to now. Oh no! You're making me feel like I can never do this. Well, that was definitely a grim situation we found ourselves in. Tressa was definitely the weak link. I mean, there was really no way she was not gonna be the weak link. A mod that lets you save after the gauntlet and exit the gate. We'll see. I am at least gonna give it at least one more fair try after better prep work. But yeah, it's a thing. Okay, let's just grind a bit and then we'll call it done for tonight. Because I am not going to... Being able to beat that phase with your B team to save A for the ladder would, of course, be preferable. Well, yes, it probably would be, but also... No. I don't know if I could possibly do that. But man, oh man.
Not bad. A passing.
The question is, should I level up the A team even more now, or the B team?
Let us fight with honor.
Night Witch to them. Thus ends your lesson.
Ready or not, here I come.
Because I mean, if I improve the A team, there's a good chance I'll get further in the battle, and then we'll get to the B team and they get absolutely wrecked. Anyway, extra levels can never hurt, that's for sure. So yeah, gonna do some brief grinding and then gonna call the stream. There's not really enough time for another attempt at that.
I will battle. My
Thus ends your lesson.
Okay, well, the level uppings are happening.
There is no choice.
What is that? Tenebrae over. Thus ends your lesson.
Let us fight with honor.
Honor.
My turn now.
At least we have time to appreciate how the optional side quest for the final boss starts off with some fella trying to date a random woman in Boulder Fall. Indeed. Who would have ever guessed it?
Night Ode.
But I mean, the title of that quest was kind of a giveaway. Honestly, maybe it wasn't a good idea for them to call it that. They might as well have called it The Mysterious Woman or The Mysterious Lady or whatever. Instead of immediately being like, oh yeah, she's daughter of the Dark God. You may have heard of him.
Flame, protect us.
Night Witch to them. Not bad. A passing.
You wonder if it was that obvious in Japanese? Yeah, I mean, it's not exactly the greatest, is it, how they did it? But I'm assuming it was. I may have to figure out which enemies have the best steals as well.
Let us fight with honor.
To gather some really good items.
Night Witch to them. Thus ends your lesson.
Of course, if I have to be honest, like I'm training Tressa up to level 60 now. But I really don't think having her at level 60 would have changed this battle very much. I feel like I need to have way more at my disposal.
Thus ends your lesson.
Step right up.
Also, still no Kates. Why is the game so stingy with the Kates? Come on now.
Tenebrae over. You should have studied harder.
Ready or not, here I come.
See, this is what we like. Cyrus gets to go first every time.
Night Witch to them. Thus ends your lesson. Time to teach you a lesson. Night Witch to them. Not bad. A passing.
There we go. At least Cyrus is getting up there nicely. You know what's kind of funny? Viewership increased quite a bit during that final battle, but then I lost and everyone left again. Kind of a shame.
You should have studied harder.
Let us fight with honor.
Honor. Everyone loves watching other people experience their Galdera suffering, apparently.
Ignis are dead. Thus ends your lesson.
Open for business.
Open for business.
I will cut you down.
You should have studied harder.
Okay, well, the levelings are happening quite quickly, at least.
Open for business. The winds of fortune are howling. Well then. There!
Baboom.
You should have studied harder.
Nice. Feels kind of painful that we actually already reached those levels, but that was in another time. It never happened, apparently.
I've done my research on you. Tight wrist to there. Thus ends your lesson.
But yeah, this is the highest danger level area, isn't it? So there's not really a better place to grind, unless there's one that happens to have higher Kate encounters, which means
This like gentlemen.
it would be more luck-based, I guess.
The winds of fortune are howling.
You should have studied harder.
Yeah, the sad thing is, I think I panicked a bit during that battle. Like, I started kind of auto-piloting the spell, like, keep damaging them, and they kept spawning the new souls, and I just, yeah,
The battle.
I lost the plot. I just lost my groove.
Use this.
Ignis are dead.
It's a shame, but you know what?
A passing.
There's always next time. Like I said, I'm not gonna be that salty. That we'll reserve the extra salt for the time when I actually try really hard and the boss pulls even more nonsense out of its hat.
Thus ends your lesson.
We're getting onto the 3-hour mark, and I'm thinking once Tressa is level 60, that'll be a good place to end it off.
I've done my research on you. Now, Ignis Arden. You should have studied harder.
One important thing is everyone should know patience, and maybe everyone needs second serving as well. Because I found out that with the Rune Lord synergy, having that is extra useful.
Victory! Out of my way!
My turn.
No! The thrill of the fight!
But yeah, at the very least, we know we can get through the gauntlet relatively easily. And that is something
Can't we settle this like
worthwhile.
Ignis Arden. You should have studied harder.
Yeah, that self-immolation move that just rocks everyone. I'm guessing the idea is that you prevent the souls from ever even activating that, because if you do, it's meant to decimate your party. Like if you let that happen, it's not a normal move. It's a punishment for failing to get to them in time, I think. It doesn't, because if it could just pull that attack out of nowhere, the battle would be basically unwinnable, even 10 levels down. Oh hey. So should I use a... Oh, I don't have... Should I use a spell here, or should I use one of those? Because spells don't miss, right? Or should I use one of those crystals after all? Soul Stone, that's the term. Okay, got him. Good.
Not bad. A passing.
Now that's what we like to see. Spells are fine. The AoE is to try to get them to groom their allies instead of fleeing. Oh, good point. Good point.
Let us fight!
Well, I'm glad I encountered one at least.
Ignis Arden. Not bad. A passing.
Okay, let's continue until Cyrus hits 76, and that'll be the end. But yeah, this is good leveling for these guys. Let's should have gone for the Bewildering Grace. Oh, right. Tressa does know that.
Thus ends your lesson.
Next time, but yeah, yeah. Actually getting that to activate though.
Choice.
Why do I have Werner's sword still?
Thus ends your lesson.
Ready or not, here I come. Here I go. Let me help. Ah!
Have at you.
Now, what next? How about this?
My turn.
It gets really annoying when we can't just use the spells to wreck them. There we go. Feels good.
You should have studied harder.
One more battle, I guess. Just one more.
Let us fight with honor.
Thus ends your lesson.
Okay, there we go. Maybe next time we should do another test run with our newly increased levels here. But for now, I think that'll be the end of the stream. We gave it a good old try, and I'm not willing to give up forever, but yeah. It seems we're up against something quite serious here. So, thanks for stopping by, you in particular, Clive, and hope to see you next time. Like I said, I'm probably not gonna stream more than once per week for now, because the job combo, you know how it is. But hopefully soon we'll be back to the regular schedule again. So until then, have a good day or night, and I will see you later. Bye bye!